Welcome back, everyone. We're going to be solving LeetCode 240, Search a 2D Matrix 2. So we need to write an efficient algorithm that searches for a value target inside of an m by n integer matrix. And this matrix has the following properties. The integers in every row are going to be sorted in ascending order from left to right. And the integers in every column are going to be sorted in ascending order from top to bottom. So we're given that each row and column are sorted. What should stand out? All right, the algorithm which should stand out to us is a binary search. All right, binary search runs in O of log n time, and it works with sorted arrays, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be running binary search on every single row within our grid until we find the value. And if we do find it, we return true. Otherwise, we just return false, right? Simple enough. So say for a row in our matrix, what are we going to do? We are going to initialize a left and right pointer. Left will be at 0. Our right pointer will be at the very end of our array. So left and right, 0, and the length of our row minus 1 will be right. Okay, now we have to set up our binary search algorithm. So it'll be while left is less than or equal to right. We want to do something. What do we want to do? We want to find the midpoint. How do we find the midpoint? The midpoint is going to be equal to our left pointer plus our right pointer minus the left pointer, floor divide all that by 2, which will give us our midpoint. Now we just check if the value in our row at the midpoint, so if we take example 1, row 1, midpoint is going to be 7, right? If that is equal to our target, we return true. So we'll say if row at our midpoint is equal to our target, we return true. Else if the value at our midpoint is less than the target, what do? We have to move our left pointer ahead of our midpoint by 1. So that'll be left is going to be equal to mid plus 1. And if the value at our midpoint is greater than our target, what do? We move our right pointer below our midpoint by 1. So it'll be r is going to be equal to m minus 1. Now, once we run through every row in here, and let's say we don't find anything, or we don't find a matching target value, we can just return false. So let's get rid of some spaces, and we will run this. Perfect, we pass both test cases, so let's submit. Awesome, and it does run. So, time and space complexity for this. Space complexity is going to be O of 1, right? We are not creating any new data structures in order to solve this problem. Time complexity is going to be O of n times log n, right? We have an n number of rows, which is going to represent this n, and then we are running binary search on every single row in our grid, and binary search runs in log of n time. So that's going to give us an overall time complexity of O n times log n. All right, that'll do it for LeetCode 240.